All right, today we have another episode of Secret Stash. So this is a coffee from my good friend Bill Lee, who runs Hydrangea Coffee Roasters, and this is a coffee from producer Francy Castillo, and this is her washed pink Bourbon. Now, I want to talk a little bit about this coffee. We're going to get brewing and so on and so forth. But first of all, with this specific coffee, or really with a lot of Colombian pink Bourbons, I always feel like I get a very red fruit presentation. You know, when you think about what does pink Bourbon, what does like pink Bourbon taste like? To me, I always think red, pink, but generally something like a nice red fruit acidity forward coffee, very expressive in that regard. This is an interesting coffee because instead of red fruit, it's really yellow fruit, tropical fruit, and something like mango for me or papaya. I get this really nice yellow fruit acidity, tropical fruit acidity into really nice tea Earl Grey finish. So let's go ahead and brew some and talk a little bit more about what this coffee tastes like. This recipe is actually a recipe made by Bill for this coffee. He did a roast of it and he made the recipe, so this will be a fun one where we're showing off his recipe for this coffee, but I think it's been tasting amazing. Wow. It's a very loud coffee, especially from the aromatics. And this is a coffee that's really, really gonna start opening up in the coming week or two once you guys get this in. Ah, smells great. Go, it's done brewing. Let's go ahead and start tasting it. I do smell a lot of Earl Grey. It's interesting because you get that fruit into Earl Grey, and this is something that is going to make its way into the cup. Let me taste it while it's hot. It's really, really nice. What's interesting with this recipe, and maybe because it's at 1:17 ratio, and very coarse grind, constant flow, is that we actually get a lot of tea, upfront tea flavor, Earl Grey tea, and then there's acidity inside of it. I think once this starts to cool down, a lot of that acidity, especially this tropical fruit acidity, is gonna start really popping up. But right now, while it's warm, it is this nice Earl Grey tea, but it's clean. We're getting clean roasts, we're getting clean coffees, and we're not tasting anything that is harsh or weird going on in the finish, because of maybe something like processing or something, like roasting. This is just nice. It's clean all the way through, which is something I personally really, really enjoy. Now that this coffee has really started to cool down, I'm actually experiencing a lot of more sweetness, especially in the finish, but still that lovely cleanliness. I think it's more of a mango acidity, but anything in that yellow fruit structured acidity world, maybe something like, acidity from a mango or like an almost unripe mango, that is the type of acidity that I'm getting. And it's really starting to pop up in the context of this Earl Grey. It's still so clean. I want to wrap up now by just thanking you all for supporting Secret Stash. It's been so fun to curate coffees for you all, and we opened up more slots specifically for this coffee, and we're going to keep opening up more slots as we go, and really want to get your guys' feedback on these coffees. How's everything tasting? Do you guys like the curation of coffees, and what else would you like to see? But otherwise, thank you so much for spending the time to watch today's video. If you have any questions, let us know, and we'll see you in the next Secret Stash video.